It's all the way down the hill, dude. Look at this. We gotta go. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is crazy. I have never seen anything like this in my life.
The animals are freaking out. Our dogs are going nuts. Denise, you've got to see this. Those flames are massive.
Pretty scary stuff. The heat wave that's breaking records across the country still poses a serious risk in Colorado tonight. The so-called super fire is only 15% contained, but that's actually good news. Tens of thousands of firefighters and volunteers have been working 18-hour shifts for the past 7 days. Today, they finally made some headway. The fires have burned almost 17,000 acres and forced 32,000 people to evacuate. And look at this. The fires are so big you can see smoke from space. A NASA satellite captured these images over the Rockies just in the last 24 hours. President Obama flew to Colorado Springs so he could thank some of the firefighters in person. He's already cleared millions of dollars in disaster relief.
We want to just say thank you to all the folks who've been involved in this. We're proud of you. We appreciate what you do each and every day. And so for folks all around the country, I hope you are reminded of how important our fire departments are, our Forest Service is. Sometimes they don't get the credit that they deserve until your house is burning down.
But there's a bigger question tonight about why these fires are worse than they've ever been before. Experts say that we're seeing a real evidence of global climate change.
Let me just show you how hot, once again, it's going to be the next 3 days. Here's the forecast for today. Well, again, near 108 in St. Louis, many areas above 100.
The heat wave is just part of the problem. Look at these temperatures. Cities across the country are breaking all-time heat records right now. We had a drier than average winter, and now it's hotter than average summer. Pretty extreme. It looks like climate change turned Colorado into a tinderbox. I'm joined tonight by Dr. Michael Oppenheimer, professor of geosciences and international affairs at Princeton University. Doctor, great to have you with us tonight.
Glad to be here, Ed.
How extreme is this? How extraordinary is it?
What's unusual is to see this kind of explosive fire event occur early in the season. Usually this kind of thing will occur later. And to see this in the midst of a heat wave and dry situation that's very widespread across the country, it really is, as you said at the beginning, it's dire. It's not just drier. Yeah. This is a dire picture of what the future holds if we don't bring global warming under control.
Well, is this what global warming looks like?
As I said the other day, this is what part of it looks like. There are other pictures that are just as disturbing. But let's focus on this. What does global warming do? Well, it's making Earth warmer. Earth is about more than a degree warmer than it was previously in pre-industrial times. It makes many areas drier. If you dry Earth out, if you make it hotter, you get dead trees because of the transition that results in the forest, dead wood, heat, drought, you get fire.
Do we have to manage our forests differently or take a real serious look at this?
We've been managing our forests for many, many decades. The forests were managed to suppress fire. Now more and more, they've been managed in a way to let fire burn to some extent because all that suppression of fire just let dead wood build up. Now we're going to have to think about these policies carefully because we're going into a future with a very, very high risk of fire because we're going to have more heat in certain areas, more drought. And you've always got the ignition happening because you've always got lightning and you've always got careless people with matches.
So we're going to see more of this kind of stuff possibly.
The risk is increasing unless we act to stem the emissions of the greenhouse gases that are causing the problem, which result from the burning of coal, oil, and natural gas. We're simply going to increase the risk, and that means more pictures like that in the future.
Can this happen in our lifetime? I mean, it's
happening already. We've already increased the temperature of Earth. We've already increased the number of heat waves and the intensity of heat waves. We've already caused certain areas to get drier. When the two combine, this is what you get.
What's your recommendation to stop climate change?
Climate change needs to be slowed by first using energy much more efficiently. You should be driving the most fuel, the car with the highest fuel economy that you can get. You should take those ads seriously about putting in the highly efficient compact fluorescent bulbs. When you go to the store to buy an appliance, you look at the yellow sticker and get the one that EPA says is the most efficient, because the less electricity you use, the less greenhouse gases are produced by the power plants, and the more money you save. It's ridiculous to throw the money away.
What about air quality? What's it do to air quality?
Well, you can see the fires themselves wreck air quality. In addition, these same fuels which are causing the buildup of the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide themselves are the major cause of air pollution. We could clear up the air, we could slow down and eventually stop global warming if we did a long-term transition to non-fossil based fuels, that is solar energy, wind, etc. And if we do that at the same time using energy more efficiently. And you know what? The U.S. is already starting to do this, even without a lot of policy coming out of Washington. We need to move to a phase where Washington gets actively engaged.
What do you say to critics that they say this isn't happening?
Head in the sand. A lot of people said smoking doesn't cause lung cancer, but it does. I don't want to take that risk with the whole earth.
And do you think that Washington has a grip on how serious all this is?
I think the president understands. I think some in Congress understand. There are big issues which are getting in the way. The economy is a serious problem, but this is a long-term problem. The longer they put off dealing with it, the more serious it is, because the gases live in the atmosphere for centuries once you put them there. So you better not let them get there in the first place. The administration has taken certain steps. They've increased the fuel economy of automobiles. Even the Bush administration took a step in that direction. They've now got rules on power plants. There's a lot more that they need to do.
Dr. Michael Oppenheimer, Princeton University, good to have you with us tonight.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.